Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and you're watching Nifty and Bank Nifty short-term view. In this video, I'll be first talking about the dollar index, the US dollar index basically. And the reason for that is the US dollar index is inversely proportional to Nifty futures and Nifty spot. Generally, when the dollar index rises, you will see a drop in Indian markets and vice versa. Now, this correlation is not exactly point to point visible in the markets, but if you check on a major scale in major rallies or major corrections, you can always see the difference. Now what I can see over here is in the daily time frame chart, the trend is flat, but we have one big hammer over here, and after this hammer all the candles are very small in nature. It makes no sense. But what I can see is that the dollar index is trying to bounce back from these two previous highs, which are now acting as a support. I'll just try to highlight it for all of you. You can see these were the resistances. Now the same resistance is now actually working as a support. Now if you have a shorter term breakout in the hourly or even in the 2 hourly time frame charts in the dollar index, then it is probable that the dollar index will rise and it could create some problems in the Indian markets. Now let's have a look at the Nifty futures. Now in Nifty futures, the trend is extremely flat. You can see a sharp correction from 22,872 from thereabouts till today's low of 22,285. And as I told all of you in my previous video that whatever happening in market is very fast. Markets are going up very fast. They're coming down very fast. Again, the pullback and the correction on the opposite side is extremely fast. You're not getting much time to do anything. Now, in this entire trend, first the trend in the Nifty futures is flat in the shorter term time frame. In the 2 hourly time frame charts, today I have just taken up the 2 hourly charts instead of the hourly chart, which I normally do because there is a lot of choppiness and at times it makes sense to go to a higher time frame charts to bring in more clarity. So what I believe is, as a trader, you need to understand that when markets are very, very choppy, you don't need to be extremely directionally biased at one point, at one direction. Why? In case if the market doesn't obey your direction and if it goes in the other direction, you should be mentally ready for it. So first, what I can see is that market did break the support in the 2 hourly time frame chart. But after this candle, there has been no substantial price action below this particular support band. I'll just try to highlight it for all of you. The support band is between 22,354 till 22,465. Now, if you see the RSI in the 2 hourly time frame charts, it did not even touch the 30 level and it's trying to go higher. It's all right. It's not that great, but we can also see a high wave candle which has come up after a pretty good short-term correction on the downside. And immediately after that, we have a big green candle. Now, on the upside, if Nifty futures closes above 22,700, we need a proper decisive breakout. So for me, that level is 22,700. If we have a close above 22,700 in the Nifty futures, then yes, we could test possibly around 22,850, 880, and maybe even just above 23,000 or 23,050. So that is my first view. Second view is, if the price consolidates and if it starts correcting, if it stays more below this particular level of 22,280 or even this particular gap, there is a small gap over here between 22,170, 22,150, then yes, the markets could drag down towards 21,800, which is the previous low in the hourly as well as in the daily time frame charts. So as a trader, we should be ready for both the sides. Again, if we have a look in the Bank Nifty, and if we just go back to the Nifty time frame, Nifty daily time frame chart, you will understand one thing, that more or less it is same. Like markets are going up fast, coming down fast, and vice versa. Same thing is happening in Bank Nifty. But in Bank Nifty, there is one positive point. If you can clearly see that in Bank Nifty, we are continuously maintaining stance of higher highs and higher lows so far, which means As per Dow theory, we are still in an uptrend in the daily as well as in the hourly time frame charts or the 2 hourly time frame charts. Now today we have made a small hammer that is okay. That's nothing great, I should say. It's absolutely fine. But if the Bank Nifty future starts trading below 47,795 or 47,750, then probably the weakness might continue in the Bank Nifty futures and the index will continue to drift downwards. And on the other hand, I would say that if the Bank Nifty closes above, say, 49,000 levels, okay, according to me, this particular level, 49,000 level, if we close above it with a pretty big green candle in the 2 hourly time frame charts or maybe in the hourly time frame charts, and if we sustain, it's not that we should have just a big green candle and then suddenly the prices should slip. No, that's not going to work. You need to have sustaining buying and the trend to go higher. If that happens, then yes, Bank Nifty futures from 49,000 levels, it could test around 49,950 and maybe even 3 to 400 points higher. So as a trader, you need to understand that market is at a juncture where a trader has to be ready for both the sides. The only reason for that is that the prices are going up and down way too fast than normal market scenario. All right. So I hope this view of mine is helpful to you. If you like the video, share it with other traders who would find it helpful, and do subscribe to the channel as it will help the entire work of the channel. Thank you. Trade less, trade wisely.